Good morning, Drake. Good morning, Zeke.
Yo.
And good morning, Drake and Zeke Nation. I'm Kenneth Whalum Jr., and this is Keeping It Real with the Right Rev. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a watershed moment in the history of unprecedented, one-of-a-kind, game-changing revelations in the existential evolution of the body politic. Significant upheavals and mesmerizing reversals are occurring at such a rapid pace that sometimes it's impossible to keep up with the vicissitudes of our economic, cultural, and political landscape. Nowhere is this truth more self-evident than in the fresh news of recent days. Indeed, at no other time in the history of Memphis, Tennessee, have we been brought face to face with a development of such import. One man has been in the eye of the media lately, more than just about anyone else, and yesterday, this man's persona and performance on the job came into crystal clear view. And I'm certain everybody knows who I'm talking about. Yes, the high-profile individual I'm talking about is Bruno Mars. On yesterday, it was announced that Bruno Mars has been nominated for a 2014 Television Emmy Award for his Super Bowl 48 halftime show performance. Bruno's performance actually received 2 Emmy nominations, Drake. One for Best Short Format Live Action Entertainment Program, and one for Best Lighting Design and Lighting Direction for a Variety Special. But what makes this development unprecedented is that for the first time ever, a Memphian, who shall remain nameless unless you press me on it, is one of the recipients of said Emmy nominations. You know, the Memphian who choreographed the dance steps for Bruno's hit song Treasure, the one that I am convinced got the attention of the Emmy nominating committee as they watched that sizzling halftime performance. I'm telling you, Drake and Zeke, no matter how much civic doo-doo we manage to get ourselves in this town, it's things like this, and the fact that the Stax story is being developed into a Broadway musical, that keep shouting to us the following simple truth about Memphis. It's the music, dummy. Now, as for when we're finally going to achieve the same excellence in politics and civic affairs around here that we routinely achieve in music, only time will tell. I'm Kenneth Whalum Jr., and this has been Keeping It Real with the Right Rev. Follow me on Twitter at @KWhalum, and let's talk about it some more. And remember, if you can't beat them, whale 'em.
Yes, sir. All we've talked about all week long is Bruno Mars, and I'm sick of it, and I've had enough.
Maybe Bruno could call LeBron and get this all settled and over with.
And then come in here and smack some people around that are involved in the civic doo-doo. Good to have you back. Well done. Thank you for, yeah, we've all had enough, I think, of this week, and everybody has a take on it. I know that you do, I know that we do, and everybody I've talked to do, and everybody has a giant question mark on their forehead. And I just don't understand how long this can go on, nor do I understand what the end game is, and nobody seems to either.
What we have here is a failure of leadership, Drake. A leader does not kowtow to pressures that don't directly impact the people who are following the leader. A leader would demand an emergency meeting of the city council right now. Right now, Drake.
Are they not meeting on the down low someplace on occasion?
Who?
Myron is popping up in all these meetings. Where are the rest of them?
Where is that thing that said, who gives us?
Yeah.
No, publicly, a leader says, get to City Hall, bring your own lunch,
Yeah.
and let's resolve this matter for the benefit of the people. You can't allow first responders, Drake, to feel as though they've been betrayed. You can't do it, man.
It's been done.
Well, time is ticking.
It's been done. Yeah, I just don't know where this goes from here, and nobody else does either. And the frustration is feeding into the weariness of everyone too, because there's no obvious end point to this game.
There is a vacuum of leadership, dude. And the tragic thing is these vacuums, if they are not filled in an appropriate amount of time, the consequences begin to spin off in uncontrollable ways.
I think you're exactly
and we
right.
don't want that. I don't.
Yeah, I keep waiting for something dramatic to occur, and we sure don't want that for anybody. But I get a sense that people are on the edge of doing some crazy stuff unless something gets done.
Drake, I'm going to say this, and I know, I'll be vilified. If the Memphis Chamber of Commerce had kept their noses out of this issue, it would have resolved itself in a manner that benefited most of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I do, but that intersection of where they come into play here is what kind of confused the issue, and still does. It doesn't seem to be a relevant part of what decisions were made. But there's somebody pulling somebody's joint somewhere, so to speak, and there's something hinky.
Well, you know what, Drake? I have no problem with the chamber being the voice of business, and they,
Sure, that's their job.
unashamedly
Yeah.
sure. But I have a problem with elected officials being the voice of the chamber.
Yeah,
See, elected officials are supposed to be the voice of the people.
right.
If everybody's the voice of the chamber,
Yeah.
who's the voice of the people?
Yeah.
That's a problem, dude.
Public-
And it's not just in Memphis. It's not just in Memphis.
Yeah, public servants sometimes forget what their calling is supposed to be and their job is. Well, I don't know that any of us have any answers. I don't, and until somebody brings us one, we need to find something else to talk about. It's just like LeBron James. I mean,
Well,
that's important, bro.
There's only so much oil in the gun.
I hear you. Well, best to the family. Good to see you again. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and we will carry on. If anything breaks or happens, let us know.
Who, me?
Or,
Who, me?
Or just text me.